It's CDS Radio, your girl So Fab here with Coach Block and the homie Kayla. For those of you who know me and know, you know, my homegirl. Talk about you all the time. It's KK.
Hello.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
And visiting.
Visiting.
Now. But you guys know what it is. It is Tuesday, and with Tuesday, that means it's Talk That Stuff Tuesday. So for whatever's going on, your mind, your heart, your spirit, whatever have you, we're here to talk about it all. Yeah, yeah.
Microphone.
You know what? You couldn't. There you go. Hey now.
You said, "Hey, Taylor, turn him up."
My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Steve.
What's happening? Eating all these delicious cheeses over here. Those square cheeses.
Mm-hmm.
It's like dinner right now. Sad, ain't it?
Yeah,
Damn.
it is.
But it's Talk That Stuff Tuesday.
It is Talk That Stuff Tuesday, and Kayla, let's explain it to you. You know, since you are our official guest for today, Talk That Stuff Tuesday is just an outlet for people to say whatever they want that comes to their mind. If it's bothering you, let it out. If it feels good, let it out. If you just need to vent, that is what we're doing today. So, in between, doing our messy letter, which we have coming up in a little bit, and in between doing our scrolling or whatever have you, we have our moments where we're just like, what's really been, grinding my gears, this, that, and the third. So that's what Talk That Stuff Tuesday is all about. And for those of you who are watching, feel free to chime in, leave it in the comments. If something is going on today and you just want to let the Sibs know or you want to talk about it, we're here for you. It's a no judgment zone.
And if you want to jump in the conversation, let us know. You can send your DM. You can actually jump in live with us. Ain't it still hooked up?
Yes.
Yeah, so we can try it. You know what? So we'll figure it out later.
In the comments. So with that said, how's everybody doing?
It's chill. Mine is crazy.
He's back at it.
Y'all know
And we
me.
go live. Whenever we go live, this dude said all the snacks. Nama. Like,
So I'm drinking something, Snapple. Wasn't there a time when we wasn't supposed to be drinking Snapple with black people? Wasn't it like a racist thing back in the day?
Really?
Yeah, it was. I think it was. Like it was like something with Snapple where like one of the owners was racist or something like that. Snapple Apple.
And what made them get rid of the little trivia underneath the bottle cap?
That's a good question. Yeah, there was like some racist charges back in the day against Dr. Pepper and stuff. Yeah, Dr. Pepper is gross. Anyway, who drinks that?
I do.
I do too.
Y'all drink Dr. Pepper? Gross. Have y'all ever drank Dr. Pip?
No.
The generic Dr. Pepper? I don't understand what the taste is that I'm going for in Dr. Pepper. Is it like a cherry cola? What is it?
I don't know. I always thought it was cherry.
It's just refreshing. But it has to be nice.
Yes. Talking about Dr. Pepper. This is real old tone. It's like, what? Has to be a little bit more exciting than just that. Duh, Sierra's pregnant.
Yes.
Yeah, so for those of you who did not know, they are going to welcome their third child, but fourth altogether.
Kids are cool when you have money. If you ain't got money, that's terrible. More power to them. You got the money to pay for it.
You just said you love her so much you must keep having kids with her, so there we go.
So you gotta stop that. I'm her. I'm like, yeah, nah.
But was that another shot towards future? Because we all know that he was trying to Future was trying to talk to him again in the song, and then he did the photo of the field with Future, and everything. It's kind of like a back and forth sort of thing.
You know, I don't think it is. And the reason why I don't think it is because Russell Wilson is so far advanced in Future. I mean, does Future even go on concert anymore? Every week for the next 16 weeks, coming up starting next week, people are cheering Russell Wilson.
Really?
He started, so he's in Denver. They're gonna be cheering for him for the next 16 weeks. I don't know if anybody's cheering for Future that long. I don't know. And Russell's contract. Let's Google that. Russell's contract is crazy. So once again, Future, you lose on so many levels. Russell Wilson contract sits at $124 million guaranteed. 165 if you add in his incentives.
Sheesh.
So
Future.
who? Yeah, right. What? So I think Future should. Let's see what Future's worth. I mean, Future's worth more than me, so I should shut up.
But these are all rich people issues.
Future's net worth. Future's net worth is 20. With his properties, 50 million. And Russell's most recent contract, 165 with incentives. And that does not count
Sheesh.
and that's not including what he made at Seattle. So this is just a new contract with Denver to cover him up until 2025.
I am here for Sierra. Sis, listen, I know you dropped a prayer, but you must have dropped something else because, yeah.
She's taller than him.
Not much.
You were taller than Russell Wilson.
But like I said, let me know what was going on beforehand.
Oh, I should have told Tucker.
Oh yeah. And then how tall is Russell? How tall is he?
Russell Wilson, they're gonna lie in any publication. I think he might be like 5'10".
He's taller than you?
I don't think he's that. Because football players they always put people in 2 inches, but I think in real life he's like
He's taller than me.
So if it says he's 5'11" on paper, he's probably about 5'9".
Taller than me?
They
I don't know how tall Sierra is. I've always figured her to be about 5'9", 5'8".
Maybe even 5'10".
I don't know if they didn't have her height out here.
I think they
She's 5'8".
yeah. That's what, a 1 inch difference?
She puts on here. She doesn't call I said without endorsements and all that. He's dope. Lots of money. Future, actually not lots of money.
Wow.
Speaking of, Sierra also has new music with Chris Brown, which, was receiving some mixed reviews. Some people were excited to see the two together, while others felt as though it's like, well, why are you trying to create any sort of music or continue to give this man a lane? And they continue to drag up his past with Rihanna, and I guess about the whole thing of him not really liking women of a darker hue. What's that got to do with music? Song?
Right. I mean, you done lumped her up how long ago?
That was 2007.
Right.
2000. I was a freshman in college.
He lumped her up 16 years ago. He's still going through school.
And at this point, just move on.
And also, if we're going to sit here and talk about Chris Brown, I hope that y'all have the same energy for Twitter. That's all
That's an high energy for Lizzo
I'm saying. Ooh, because it's gotten real quiet around this part. However, the didn't the entire what was it? The transcript dropped, right?
yes.
Mm-hmm. I didn't read the whole thing, but from what I'm hearing, I don't think the lawsuit was really towards Lizzo, more so just like, oh, we just want some coverage.
So she didn't do these things.
Not to say she didn't do these things, but I think it was the dance captain who was more so the one that was, making it a very hostile and uncomfortable environment. And it was like, I guess, remarks that were made that were completely out of context. But I need to read the entire thing first. I've only been getting the summary of it, and I don't want to. I don't want to take there. But from what I'm
You know
getting,
what's hilarious though?
it's not Lizzo.
Huh?
I said from what I'm getting, it's not Lizzo.
What's hilarious is she is not saying she didn't.
Well, it's kind of sad. Like, you couldn't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At some point in time, you should probably be like, yeah, allegations are not true. I think these are good. And the sad part is, as much as I don't like her, I hope she didn't. Because that would kind of skew her message of body positivity, etc. And it's like, yeah, God, you ain't touching the kids. You don't want to do it. I'll totally tell you. It's like, people eat things out of places they ain't supposed to eat things.
So I'm going to make sure that I read the transcript before commenting any further because what I don't want to be is these people out here who are spreading this information and have no idea what the hell they're talking about. Didn't do the proper research.
What I know is, and this was what I read, she was making people eat bananas out of children. How do you make a person? Like, they wrote that in the script, like the little manuscript was trying to. My first question, if I'm a lawyer or judge, how do you make something? I mean, they didn't say she had no weapon or anything like that.
And that's where, it's one of those things where how old is too old to succumb to peer pressure or to be told, like, oh, I want you to do this, so do it. It's like,
And you really, this is popular. Honestly, who is it? You're the fat thing that everybody's just like, that's Lizzo. You're like, Lizzo. You have that upward influence. That's Lizzo. Yeah. She's jolly and good. That's what Lizzo looks like she's just.
we're not going to do this. We're not.
I am not a Lizzo fan, man. Like, Lizzo is so and if she did this, for the women and girls who do like her, who is find it comfortable in the fact that there is a fluffy person, as y'all can see, I'm fluffy, so I don't know how to say it. A fluffy person who is out here winning, but then you out here treating people bad. You're no different than the people that criticize and scrutinize others. Like, I hope that she's from innocent. I'm praying like she is because. Man, how do you bounce back from that?
I don't know. I mean, because as you can see, people won't let things go. I mean, Chris Brown is still battling something that's almost 10 years ago.
I think Jay-Z has a lot to do with that. Rock Nation has a lot to do with Rock Head's success. You talking about young children,
I ain't saying anything. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to cancel and or attract.
I'm just saying she's just getting over it. To me, she's just getting over it. Like, that's who everything probably Chris Brown lumped up the wrong chick. If he'd have lumped up some average Joe, he'd still be the guy. You looked up Jay-Z side piece. This is what you did. Y'all know that was a side piece. Beyonce was a side piece. Did you
What
ever?
is today? The disgruntled diaries of Coach Block?
It's Talk That Stuff
What is
Tuesday.
going on?
You know it is. Like,
Just bashing
what was the one girl
Right.
that? Because I watched that one girl's story where it was her and Rihanna that was both signed to Rock Nation at the same Tierra Marie, and her record sales and everything they said was doing better than Rihanna or Jay Z or Rihanna. And who was the other person that said it was very fair? It wasn't Terry Jane. It was one of those dudes that was like, nah, Tierra Marie is the one. Jay Z wanted Rihanna. And so then Rihanna got it and Tierra Marie got it. But in sales, Tierra Marie actually sold more than those two albums. Right. So that's why I don't like to see people get cheated when they're really talented. So if Tierra Marie was making better music and all that, then why are we looking at El Grande Domo? Because I'm telling you, I can't do it. Y'all really like Rihanna. Just don't go with the makeup and all that stuff, but like her music.
Yeah.
Y'all really vibe to that? You do, baby.
I do. I think like but she definitely maybe like something.
Whatever one was Rick wrote on that was what I'm really surprised.
Yeah, yeah. She got like really good music.
Yes.
It was like after that, and then we was getting the album of the year.
And I think once she crossed over into the whole EDM world, that catapulted her as well because she was putting some bangers. People was here for it. And it was during that whole time, like the latter 2012, 2010, all this was like when EDM was like it. Girl. And now because you sat here and bashed Rihanna, we lost our
You lost what?
we lost our viewers. They said, "Shut up.
Um,
We're leaving."
I don't know. I'm allowed my opinion. I just don't see her as that. Like she got songs that are cool and all, but she's side piece. She gonna win. She gonna win. So, I think Solange is better.
Is it really? Okay.
I enjoy a Solange album more than I do.
I will say that Solange has really good music, but I don't think she came into her own until after I decided. Like she really hit when she dropped that album with Cranes in the Sky. That's when I think more people started noticing that she's a really dope artist. But before it was just kind of like a group of people really were like, oh, Solange is dope. She has good music, but she's been writing for a lot of people, and she deserves her flowers as well, but she can't be as successful as her sister.
I was gonna say she hasn't had that like commercial
No.
type of success.
He's one of the Braxtons, just not quite Tony. Tamar, you almost got there. You had a bad situation with Vince and set you back, cut your hair off. Back trying to get her again.
She can't stop arguing.
She was almost there. You almost was there, but you just the backup, Braxton. Did you ever see that their video when all of them was on some show like in the early '90s together? It was like it was all of them, and then I don't know whoever the tallest one is. I don't know her name. Yeah, she didn't have like no dance moves. It was stiff. She, damn, I see why Tony. I said, we like you. Drop your sisters. Put them in the back. Not far enough. All right, Tony, can you step up, please? But because the other ones, I mean, they had the three sisters had a group together.
Yes.
That,
It was what Tracy, Tawana, and Tamar.
one of those passed.
Tracy. I'm sorry, no, it was I think Trina, Tawana,
yeah.
and Tamar.
Yeah.
Yes.
because Tracy had gotten pregnant, and that's when she felt like they went ahead and went on without her. But she's like, I really wanted to sing.
Which one is the one that passed?
Tracy.
Tracy's the one that passed. So I ain't gonna joke about that part. I'm gonna joke about that group. That group was trash. Tony, they tried. And you know how that sibling rivalry. Probably, I'm gonna get you. Tony was like, you're not.
I also just feel like they didn't have a look.
Mm.
Like Tony had what she was being it for. They did not fit
Y'all
that
had
mold.
to not look like Tony. Almost, once again, almost there, but not quite here. That tall one was hilarious. We should find the video and play it. That tall, she was trying to. It was like she was moving like Frankenstein, or moving like what is the dude that had that song Jungle Love, Boys Day? Oh wee. Like, damn, why she so tight? Tony was probably like, it's over. Get this shit out of here. Mom had them all out there singing. Now, gospel wise, I've seen some of their old gospel stuff on YouTube. They all can sing. But then when you went up in that crossover album, okay.
You know what? Their Christmas album.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was
Because they
decent.
can sing.
Yeah, they can sing. Just keep them stationary and
So, Montgomery. That seems to be the ever going trending topic that is happening for the past 2 days. Where,
leave black people the hell alone.
but you know who got dragged for their comments on the whole entire ordeal? Well, for this of you who are watching, I'm pretty sure you guys know what's going on about the whole brawl that happened in Montgomery, Alabama, where I don't even know what the job title would be.
So my man was basically working the docks, and he
Okay.
was trying to bring in a boat and slide another boat out the way.
Right.
The white people who were on said boat had their own party boat and wouldn't move so he could do his job. He was trying to dock a boat. And I think he did kind of start to move their boat, and then they got pissed off, like, don't touch my boat. And my man was like, if you move it, argument ensued. My man threw his hat like Bobby Schmurder, and it was over.
It went down from there, and it was just nothing but chaos and shoes being messed up, people being thrown in water and different chairs and carrying on. But one celebrity is being dragged in light of this, which is Marlon Wayans. I don't know if you guys, yes. So Marlon Wayans is being dragged for Phil because of a clip that he uploaded, and I guess I don't know if he had seen the entire brawl or if people just kind of misunderstood what he was saying, because in the clip it's like just the it was a couple of the black guys that were beating up the one white kid, and that song by Jason Aldean was playing, Tried This in a Small Town. He posted that, and something along the lines of like, it should be all love or whatever. But I took it as if he was making fun of Jason Aldean with that song. And you saying, "Oh, don't try this in a small town," then y'all gonna be an ass beat. But social media didn't take it that way. They're like, "You're not offending black people. You're making it seem like it's their fault. You're wrong for this. You're the unfunny one." And I'm like, what do you mean? Marlon is hilarious. Hello. They were attacking him left and right, and going at him, and it got to the point where now it made it to the blogs because so many people were like, "Yo, you're a sellout. How do you do this? Like, you're supposed to be repping the black community. Like, we were with you with your whole fiasco with United, blah, blah, blah." So then he didn't say anything further. He just uploaded another video, just like, here, like, damn, y'all. Like, I understood what happened, but they were not feeling him. And it just made me think, like, okay, did they just kind of misconstrue what it is that he was trying to say?
Because everything, on the internet, anything can be misconstrued, to be honest. You could mean something and say it one way, but somebody else might perceive it a different way.
Yeah. So, and it was a collective. Like, when I say this nigga was being dragged, they were mad at Marlon. I'm like, I feared he was going to get canceled, but doesn't look like that's happening. Doesn't look like that's happening. But yeah.
Marlon said, quote, y'all must got me fucked up. Now shut the hell up.
And that's what made me think, like, I don't think his post was what y'all thought it was.
It wasn't. And, from the fight to Marlon to black people right now, we very like sensitive. Because the man was getting jumped. Nobody even knew what the purpose was, but you did touch my man's boat and jumped him. And everybody just went crazy, bar for it all. We're just not at a very peaceful state right now as a people. So we got to be careful what is being done. Only situation, I don't advise anybody in any situation to do that again without thinking. Because the one thing I saw, and I shared this with y'all off there, that white man got on that boat and he reached down. But before he could reach down, this boy got punched and then he jumped back up. We don't know what he was reaching down for. And we got to be smart because when you make moves like that, everybody ain't trying to just throw hands. Somebody gonna reach down and come out spraying. And especially in these southern states where you can get away with that because you're considered defending yourself. You get what I'm saying? And in that situation, he could have just stood back and said, word, pop, 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 pop. And now everybody would have been like, you didn't have to do that. Hey, man, hold on now. I'm not saying not jump, but we got to pay attention to everything. Like, jump smart, meaning pay attention to what people are grabbing. That was the only thing I had a problem with. Like, nobody paid attention to the fact dude was dipping his hand down to something. And he might have decided, man, I'll just throw blows versus going for this gun that's on this boat. Huh? Yeah, you better know how to fight too. That's the other part. And then if you can't swim, don't do that by water. Because I'd have been like, hey guys, I got to make a business decision on this. Because if you toss my big ass in the water, now I'm a meme because, hey, I think big dude is drowning. Like, I'm
In the midst of everything
trying to fight, and I just,
oh no,
we lost one. Now I'm a meme for that. He was trying, like, but there was a part of me that was
trying.
He was trying, y'all. Before he fell in, he was knocking it out. But a part of me, as a black man, was excited to see other brothers step up. And I don't know if my man had to hit that white lady with that chair like that though. Like, pop! I'm like, ooh, that you gotta have a concussion.
Oh, that yes, 100%.
You gotta have a concussion.
the chair was one thing, but it was like her being hit with the chair and then the dude that came immediately after the chair that was just mollywhopping her in the head.
Yes.
She already just
And then
suffered.
wasn't she previously kicked by a woman on the ground?
Her knees were bleeding, visibly bleeding.
Yeah, so she had a bad day, to say the least.
She did.
Her and the guy with the Crocs. I never seen Crocs.
My dude blew his Crocs out the front. Like but the strap, clearly the straps are strong. They were still around his ankle, but the front was blown out.
I'm interested to see what comes out of this and what charges are going to be pressed and what's going to happen because that was a lot.
That is the question. Would you take a charge for that? See, exactly. Now let's say that same situation, brawl for it all. See, somebody might be like, "Bro, you jumping in? Hey man, like my job is on the line. I can't afford to get arrested for that. I'll lose my job. That's assault."
Yeah.
So
but some time had gone by before the cops showed up.
but everything's on camera now, so they can go back and get you. So like if you had a job, for example, I'm in the education field. If they go back and look at that, and then I'm sitting there with a mug shot, and my title or my charges are assault, I'm fired. Because I done mopped people all crazy. Now I ain't gonna hit nobody. Dude, but straight WWF.
When anger takes over, there's no telling
Well, how you angry at somebody, sir? You was on the boat.
Maybe
Ain't nobody even hit him.
Situation of seeing a man being attacked and he was just.
I think they were. I think that was some of those Omega Sci-Fi guys too, because Omega Sci-Fi jumped out, and that's when it got real. Because somebody was like, "The bros is here." Oh Lord! And that's when you just pop, and you get one pop, and you get one pop, and she gets one pop. You are going crazy, sir. Relax.
It was. I think
Then
it
the
was the
dude
adrenaline.
that the dude that went from the dock on the boat back on the deep dude on the dock to the boat back on the dock again. He hit that white guy at least 4 times with that chair. That is assault. You are, sir. You are going to jail.
I think. I think it was adrenaline. Not saying it was right. I'm just saying. I
Would
think
you
it was
take an
adrenaline.
L? Would y'all take an L for that?
Well, yes, Kayla, you say you got to think about it.
Like, if this was like 1992, cool. And then he came out and got But you know, now we live in an era where like there's cameras everywhere, there's CCTV, people have their phone. Like, hell no. And depending upon your job, hell no.
Right.
I
Right.
gotta go work on Monday, bro. I ain't got time for this.
Because the thing is, yes, we might be celebrating the video, but once everything dies down and the dust settles, you're stuck with these charges and this one check. Now, you might be able to find an amazing lawyer, you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. I will say this: my days of having my cape and saving people is starting to be done because I have been in a lot of situations where you know, it wasn't nobody had done the same for us, you know. So that would be tough. But I can't stand by and let somebody get beat up. I know.
So I might have jumped in to separate people.
Mhm.
Now throwing blows, but then see if I get hit, then it's on.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
That's
the
what
one
I'm
white
saying with
dude,
the guy.
he lined the one guy up. One black dude got caught. He just kind of leaned to the side and then, pow, right in his ear.
Right.
So then now I got to
That's what I'm saying. So with the guy with the chair, I don't. First of all, I don't even know where he came
from the boat. He was on the boat. He came off the boat with the chair and went to work.
Oh, so nobody
touched that man. That's what I'm saying.
Trying
Like
to fight for you, sir.
he went nuts.
Trying to fight
You got
for
to watch
you.
it from the angle that there's a lady who got the whole thing. It's 4 minutes long from when it started to when it's finished. Her angle.
The one that wouldn't say anything
was
when
on
he
the
said,
dot.
"Who has video?"
I don't know if that was her, but the one that's 4 minutes long shows everything. You see him come off the boat with the chair and start going to work. I'm like, sir, that is assault because you weren't a part of the fight. You came off that boat and started lighting people. Your ass is going to jail. Not coming out
And I
that
mean, he
boat.
definitely he was detained. He was 100% detained because I did not like how
Yeah, they threw
handled
him on
him.
the ground.
Yeah, I didn't like how they handled him. But I mean, he was
And they had to stop him. Like he was going nuts. You hit everybody, pop, and you get one pop. Hey, brother, wait, that's in the pop. Pop. Oh, he's just went crazy. When he hit that woman, the cops just, all right, sir, that is enough. With a plastic chair. And see, them things on WWF, they hit you in a certain way.
Right.
So that it doesn't really hurt you. Now, you're going to feel it, but it doesn't really hurt you. He wasn't swinging it like that.
No.
So now with that being said, you just had to take that L. Now, like I said, people watch. If people ever watch this again, he wouldn't help. I'm not saying that. I just got kids, a woman.
You have a lot of kids. Yeah.
I got, I need my job. And now, would I be thinking that once I seen it? Maybe not. But all them people right there on that video, and any of those people can press charges on them. Hopefully charges can be dropped and therefore certain things out. But the dude hitting people with chairs, sir, you were not a part of this initial fight. You're going to jail. If those white people press charges, you're going to jail. Yeah, you think they ain't?
I don't know. Drag all of it. They've been dragged all over social media. This is humiliation to a completely different level.
Now let's see if any of them people put money on your books. And I'm like, we appreciate that. Thanks. For at least 30 days.
I mean, I think if it becomes news, I mean, they're helping out the little 16-year-old, So I think this is just a testament that if we will come together if something happens or if something we feel is done wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of us. Because here's the thing. Here's the other part. Leave us alone. Man was just trying to do his job.
He was just trying to do his job. And that's the biggest thing where I'm just like, dude, all you have to do is just listen and just move your boat. I'm just trying to do my job. Please don't make things
Please
difficult.
get away
Don't be
from
an
me.
ass.
Get away from me. I'm trying to do my job, sir. And here you come. And then y'all jump me. That was the part that was some punk stuff. Y'all gonna jump me, and he on the ground. They like, you dragging him, y'all. I'm like, then you this is getting jumped. Brother, you need everybody to you owe everybody. Give me Christian Charles. About to get bad.
It was. And I mean, imagine if no one had been.
Oh, they would have treated him bad, man. They would have treated him bad. And then the other part is though, if he did touch their boat, is he allowed to? See what I'm saying? Because I think he touched their boat. Because with I don't know what the name of it is. It's not an anchor, but you can pull a boat down. You know what I'm saying? The dock. And I think that's what he did, and what they got upset about it. You moved my boat. Well, sir, we're asking you to move it, but you're not touching the boat. The boats are expensive. I ain't gonna jump nobody over it. And I'm
then
sure some words were shared that weren't
what's his
racially
boat
pleasant.
supposed to be then? Like, for real.
No, he said no. You can see the dude pointing like, you ain't supposed to do it.
All right, then. Well, then, even if I did touch it, it is what it is. Move your damn boat. Wasn't supposed to be here to begin with. And that doesn't justify.
Shout outs to my man that swam across the water though. He wanted all the smoke. Shout out to him. Everybody needs a friend like him. I have one. And one time, when we go break into this, I ain't gonna say his name. I had to go pick up my kid. She was in East Hills. He was like, hold on, bro. I gotta go to the crib real quick. Okay. Turns out, or like it was in the episode of Boy or a movie Boys in the Hood. I turn around and look, he got a gun on his lap. Yeah, I don't go up to East Hills without this. They don't act right. I'm sorry. But he's licensed, so it ain't like it wasn't.
Right.
But yeah, he's that friend. All right, what part of East Hills? Oh, she over on Wilmer. Oh, all right, hold on. He went right over to Wilmer Drive and he went up over to his house, went over to Wilmer Drive, got his thing. And then we went to East Hills. Yeah, that happened. Talk about like, whoa. Have you ever seen a person like with a gun? And did it make you more comfortable to know they had it? Or did it make you a little uneasy, like, will this use this shit?
Both situations. One situation, I was more so concerned with young people that you know, and I hope that you're not going to use this when the depression hits you and you're in all time low.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was something where I'm like, oh, I feel like you would use this responsibly.
Okay. I'm the first one.
So
It ain't about depression. It's just I'm the dude with the chair. I am tired. I know we all are. I am at a point where I am tired of people's shit. Leave us alone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, at this point in time, I think we're all volatile to where, with a weapon, even without a weapon, it's just that one word, that one wrong sentence, that one, what you say? To where it's just, gas is high, bread is high,
student loans is about
student loans is high. You can't even eat an egg sandwich no damn more because they too damn expensive. But our money ain't translating, our paychecks ain't translating to the inflation. People are under a lot of stress. These kids are going bonkers. It's just there's a lot out here. And I'm trying to do my damn job and slide your boat, sir, so I don't get fired. And you want to fight me for it.
Right.
He lucky dude didn't have a gun.
Because
the way my nigga threw that hat, it was like, yo, I'm done. F this job, F it all. Let's go. Then he got crushed. Okay, what did Chuck say?
So Chuck said, hey,
I can't
look,
see it. You have
Alabama is still Alabama. Like Chair Dude could get serious time, and the people that started the whole melee get probation or some bitch.
Yeah, and he's from Alabama, so he knows. Not being funny, but you know, Alabama's not going to necessarily charge the white people the same way. It's Alabama. It's like Florida. You know what I'm saying? Stand your ground only is for cops and white people with guns. I ain't never seen a black person get off a stand your ground in Florida. And that's being honest. I ain't even saying so. If somebody from my job sees that I'm standing on what I said, I ain't seen a black person in Florida get away with standing your ground. It doesn't happen. The South is still the South.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Say people have hit their political limit, and people should be proud of our clash.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing? Excuse me for yawning.
But yeah, people, they're fine.
Hey man, people volunteer. Leave people alone. And I ain't just saying black people in general. White people, black people, all people. Leave people alone and mind your business. I wish I had the video for just scrolling, and I don't. Where the one white lady came out the store, kid is selling his candy in front of Target. She tells him, "You're not allowed to sell this candy here, and I want you to move." So another gentleman, he appeared to be of Hispanic Latin descent. He tells the dude, like, "No, don't move." And he's like, "You can't tell him to move. He's just selling candy." Like, and the little boy literally is selling.
And kids do that all the time.
He was like, "Yo,
You
this
say the same thing to the Girl Scouts?
right." He said, "There's a million different things this boy could be doing. He's selling candy." She's like, "Well, I feel he needs to move, and there's candy in it."
You need to mind your name.
So then now, it basically that's what he told her. But then it left up for the boy. My man said, "I'm buying all your candy now. How about that? What you gonna do about that?" And the dude went in the store, got the money out the ATM, came back, gave the little boy cash for all of his candy.
And he could be doing so many other things, like the young kid that was trying to rob an older gentleman, and the guy came out with a gun and was like, "Yo, like, what's going on? Talk to me. What's up?" And he was just saying, "I'm going through a lot," but he was able to talk him down, and they were able to have a conversation behind that. But that could have resulted in so many other different endings where he could have shot him or vice versa. So, I mean, a kid selling candy outside of a store, like I said, do you have that same sort of energy towards a Girl Scout?
Yeah.
No.
That, don't get me started on that shit.
And Girl Scouts?
No, man.
You got beef with the Girl Scouts?
There's a lot that I don't agree with. And I don't like to see our poor little black girls treated a certain type of way. And it was even confirmed from some of the little black girls that were in.
They were treated badly?
Not given the same sort of location or spots where they could make their sales. Like all the sales go to.
So they put it out like drug spots. Like
Yeah.
only certain people get certain corners.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. So anytime I see a little black girl with the Girl Scout cookies, I make sure to a few boxes. Even though I'm like,
Only ones I like are the lemon ones. Girl Scout cookies, which ones?
Sibs.
yeah.
There's a coconut on it, right? I can't do coconut.
That's like the only thing.
Girl, these are good food.
But they're good.
Thin Mints are definitely old people say. She's like, "Can I have a cookie?" Your grandma give you a Thin Mint. You're like, "Oh, man. Mint
Things
and
in
chocolate? Yeah. What? This is crazy."
But the moral of talk that stuff too. Leave people alone.
Leave people alone.
You don't know where a person
I
is.
don't know where anybody's coming from these days, man. I accidentally talked to myself and be having to catch myself. Like, did you just do that?
Are you responding to yourself? Or you just thinking,
I make myself laugh.
Yes, it's what people talk
I make myself laugh, and that's crazy. That is crazy. Like, I literally can make myself die laughing, and don't let me see something about something. I'll be laughing in my own little world. What's wrong with you?
especially in my car.
That used to be a song. That's an it's an 80s song. You might have been baby style when that song came out. Literally, Chuck, if you're watching, what's the name of that song? I think it's called Talk to Myself. And literally it goes, I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. People ask me why I do. I completely understand that song now. Because it was one of the ones that's on the radio, like Return of the Mac, that I hate.
Do you like Return of the Mac?
No.
No.
I mean, honestly, it's one of those things. Like once a year, if I hear it, that's fine.
Summertime. He
Yeah,
did one play
like-
at a cookout.
Yeah.
He said Chris Williams.
Chris would see. I knew Chuck would know. I talk to myself because there is no one to talk to. Like word. We're gonna
No,
find it
neither
and play
have
it. We're gonna play it. You don't believe you never heard? Well, yeah, that came out. It had to be like latter '80s, early '90s.
Well, he said that was the I'm Dreaming era. I know I'm Dreaming. I thought that was the only
Damn,
song he
Chris
had.
Williams made that song.
Yes.
Oh, that song was terrible.
No, that's my jam.
Chris Williams made that, Chuck. That song was terrible.
I got no one to talk
But at least somebody knows that I'm saying the right thing, man. Okay, you need to take a break.
Yeah. What?
I don't believe y'all know that song.
I've never heard it. No. And then we need to get to our messy letter. So we are going to take a break. When we do that, also make sure that you guys go to tdsradio.com because our website is now officially up. Yay! Our website is officially up, so now you can listen live at any time and not have to go through hoops and jumps. tdsradio.com. And we will be right back. Oh,
Is it fixed? Because sometimes Kim she gets real slight on the volume. Can you hear us, guys? Because Deanna was like, "You guys' audio is messed up." It was 6:15, and then Chuck said I had to sit closer to the mic because they couldn't hear me. So I know we need more volume, guys. Are we close to that one or the notch, the seventh notch up?
I mean, we're up to where we have frequency. So.
Mm,
I mean,
okay.
feedback, not frequency.
All right. Well, I guess if we turn that down a little bit, the actual air. We'll see. All right. So we got a messy letter.
Wait. So the messy letter, we're doing that now.
Are we?
All right.
Is that who's the one person watching?
Oh no.
They keep coming in and out. Is that Chuck? He said put me in. So Chuck will put you in.
Well, right now? That's why I was asking you.
Yeah, we got to send them an email, right?
I need to get it.
CN. Oh, I don't know if you want your email. I can do that. I can text it to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. And Deanna, is it fixed? Somebody let us know. Don't have us out here sounding crazy. Is it fixed? Here we go. At least y'all was listening. Yeah, y'all. Smooches and smooches. What's Chuck saying?
That was when we were talking about that horrible song.
I talk to myself. I had him listen to it, y'all. I'm putting it in the logs. It is like a bad version of My Prerogative.
Yeah.
A bad version of My Prerogative.
Horrible.
My Prerogative was not a great version either. Yes, please. What, Chuck? Oh, put you in. All right, gotcha. Here we go. We're gonna get you in here, buddy. We're gonna send Kim the link here or your email. As soon as we do that, then we can go ahead on and talk about this messy letter. Hold on, guys. This is bad radio right here. It's a lot of dead air. I'm trying to randomly talk because I'm old and need readers now, so I can't see my button.
Well, breaking news: Tory Lane's got 10 years. He was sentenced to 10 years.
Yeah, for something that's crazy. Oh, well, stop messing with them Jay-Z babes.
Or just stop messing with me. Period. And that's sort of way. Don't be an asshole.
Yeah. He shot her? Like, right? That's the story. He shot her?
Yep.
I got you, Kim. Was it worth it?
And he made a lot of mistakes. Let's see. Let's go back. He said, I said some very immature things that I shouldn't have said. I revealed some secrets I shouldn't have revealed. So, when I tell you that he's one person I literally have zero interest in, I'm just like, you know what? Oh well. Sucks to be you. Moving on.
I
have no romance with him.
I still don't know the song he makes. Hmm? Oh, that's right. That's who he
But
is.
that's what
Okay. He's trash.
Oh, he had this is skirt, and then he had Sean Paul featured with it. So I know he features. So yeah. Moving on because I don't know.
Trey Songz?
I'm sorry. Oh, him too. I'm
He
sorry,
got
not
in
Tory.
trouble?
Well, he has a lot of allegations against him currently. So
What is
sexual assault allegations.
He
That's why
said
he's
he
been
looks
very
like a
quiet.
greyhound.
Kevin Hart. A beige greyhound. A beige greyhound.
Did you see that clip? I tried to download it for just scrolling, and Dr. Dre said Stevie Wonder calls you early in the morning, and he was like, "Well, what difference do it make? Like 5 p.m., 5 a.m." And Kevin Hart busts out. You're going to hell for that.
Yes.
But it's the truth. What is it? What difference do it make? I can't see you. The way Kevin Hart busted out laughing made it something that was not funny, absolutely hilarious. Because I kept watching that clip over and over again. Because Dre asked him like, "Yo, don't do that," and Kevin Hart couldn't stop laughing. Because when you think about it, it is very funny. Like, because the way Dre was like, "Man, 5 o'clock, 5 a.m., 5 p.m. What difference will it make to him?" What, Dre? Like,
Horrible. You're horrible.
this is a legend that we're talking
Yes,
about.
it
Like,
is.
Stevie. Happy birthday, black version.
Anyway,
That
so
don't nobody know the words to.
no.
We are the most chorus singing Negro. Diggle, do you know the second verse to lift every voice and sing?
Not the attitude. No.
No.
So how is that our national anthem? I don't know too many people who know the second verse. Church, everybody's.
Are we going to the messy letter?
Chuck said he's backstage. Is he? It doesn't appear that way, Chuck. I don't know what you got going on. Okay, we do have a letter, but Chuck, try again because it doesn't say you're backstage. So our messy letter today. I don't know if this is messy or not, but let's go for it.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend and I have been together on and off about a year and a half. Before we met, he was in a 12-year relationship. He has no kids with his ex, but she does have 4 kids from a different relationship. He took care of them when they were together. He works from home, so we get into the same arguments all the time because I told him that he needed to interact with my kids.
Go ahead.
He needed to interact with my kids when I'm not home. He plays Xbox with them once in a while and speaks briefly in passing, but he is never interested in getting to know them or take them out or anything. He said that my kids are grown because they are teens and he's not their father. That if they want to talk to him, he'll talk, but he's not obligated to go out of his way to do anything. So I said, I bet you didn't treat your ex's kids that way. He told me I crossed the line talking about other people's kids and I needed to chill because I was meddling in things I did not know. The way he said it brought chills down my spine because I felt raging anger in his voice. Also, come to find out, he still talks to those kids from time to time and take them shopping, which he never done with mine. She really wrote that. Never done with mine. Mine's with an S. Not how that works. The way he got defensive and jumped down my throat over what I said turned me off. What if we get married someday? Am I supposed to accept his relationship with his ex-children? Am I exaggerating? I told him I didn't understand why he is still in contact with his ex-kids. He told me they were his kids, and I'm not about to tell him, a grown man, who he can and cannot talk to. I just don't understand why he won't make the effort with my kids, but is so overprotective and territorial when it comes to his ex's kids. This whole situation makes me sad. Please help me. So, where do we want to start with this?
Yeah, that
Hey, can Chuck hear us?
can.
I can hear you.
We would have to turn the speaker back on. Sorry.
Hello,
What's up, Sibs?
Chuck, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
No.
No.
Oh, there he is.
What up, guys?
Oh, that's through your head.
Yeah, it's through my headphones.
No, we hear you, but it's through Kim's headphones and not through the speaker.
Oh,
Okay, we can hear you.
hello?
Oh, let's talk about
What's up?
You hear the letter, Chuck?
I heard something about kids and ex's kids and not my kids or something like that.
Everybody else.
Well, just for the letter, I guess She's upset because her current boyfriend is treating his ex's children better than hers and spending time with his children and they're just closer to the father. When she brought it up, he got upset and said, "Well, you're treading water in uncharted territory. You don't want to,
You don't understand.
yeah, you don't understand any of what's happening here."
And so she's saying he treats his ex's kids better than hers. Now, he was with the ex now for 12 years. He's been with her off and on about a year and a half, is what the letter says. My boyfriend and I were together only about a year before we met. Year relationship with this woman that never raised kids. So she wants to know six
You're breaking up.
children,
Sorry.
and is she over exaggerating in this situation? Because what if they get married? Is she supposed to still deal with him dealing with his ex's kids? He wants her kids to say you guys have been in a relationship off and on for a year and a half. What does that mean? Where's the
You know what that means?
huh?
Means they've been having relations
Right.
with no real commitment.
In an off relationship for a year and a half, and what do you per se want him to specifically do? Because how inconsistent is that to put somebody in your children's life who's off and on with you?
Um,
Do either of you think it's odd for her to continue to have a relationship with this ex's children?
Not so. Let's say they were together, and maybe her youngest child. It doesn't say how many children. She has 4 kids. So let's say
okay.
they're all in the range of like 3, 6, and maybe one is 2. And he was
All right.
with them for 12 years. So that would be 15, 18, and 10. It's a long spell to be with kids. So
Yeah.
to still to for him to be he basically raised them. Now it's clear that he's saying that her kids are teens. So I would think that it's safe to say that the kids that he was with for 12 years, he didn't get them when they were teens. They were young. So when he may have been the father that they he raised those kids. So there may be a deeper connection with those children, not teenagers. He raised them. But I also think that that would be weird that he was still entertaining and part of their life. 12 years is a long time. So now, what he's doing with the current kids is no different than what he's doing with her. You're not in a relationship, and you're not in a relationship with the kids. I think he knows it's not as serious with her. I mean, no reason to involve her children.
That was even the voice that she was
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. That you
with.
know. I mean, when you deal, I don't have this experience because I've never dated anyone with kids, and I don't really deal with other people's kids other than my own. But when you're dealing with a woman that got kids, her kids are a part of her. So if you don't want that like responsibility, the kids ain't going nowhere. So like if you dealing with her, then you dealing with her kids.
Unless I'm dating you, right? Like on and off.
Well, then that you're right because if it's just a physical thing and it's just we do what we do when we together and we not actually in a actual relationship, then that's different.
Right.
Then he shouldn't even be around the kids.
With them once in a while, or maybe briefly. Ask what the hell you want for teenagers.
Well, that's also it goes back to what you said because are actually in a relationship or are they just dating or are you in a relationship? You know, jealous because he does have this relationship.
Well, I is I found out that he takes the other kids shopping, which he has never done for my kids. Is she kind of in her bed because he is a active, ideal active father for the motherhood in her mind, right? But it may be different to him when you spend this amount of time with these children that you raise. 12 years is a long time. So if he spent 12 years with these kids and he feels as though he kind of raised them and he's going to keep that relationship, that's why he's hitting me with the you don't know what you're talking about, stay out my business. Because it is because you are a millionaire, continuing to put money somewhere else when you got a woman with herself. You need to live with him because you said in the letter he worked from home, so you get into about the same argument all the time. So you're actually living there, right? And slightly engaging with her children. So, ma'am, I need you to know who you got around your kids. That's a bad choice. And only after a year and a half off and on, he lives with you and your kids. I'm not making good judgment calls here.
And we actually had a comment
Okay.
where, her said, why she was different. I would never be with a person who thinks it's
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. After a year and a half home, that's and he lives with you and works from home. He plays Xbox with them from time to time. He speaks to them briefly in passing, but feels as though they're teens and they're grown. Now, also that also plays a part. Because how old is these teens? Because 16, 17, 18, you talking about build a bond with them? They about to go to college.
yeah. I can't tell
Word. I didn't. Gotta watch my mouth. I'm about to say something crazy. Hey, watch your mouth. Like Jerome, watch your mouth. But I'm saying is covered from that. So I was trying to go to it's my mom's business at a certain age that I didn't even really care to have that type of relationship with. I was so worried about me. I'm 18, 17. That's really sounds funny. That sounds like the relationship I had with my stepdad. We played Xbox from time to time. We spoke in passing because most of the time I was on the third floor in my bedroom, and that was it. Or at school, or at football. Sitting down with him like, hey, brother,
let's go to
you might have taken me shopping. I don't care. Like, I was being accused of stealing a phone. Yeah, and a pager. I was accused of stealing shit from the nigga. Never mind.
Hey,
What do you
uh,
want to do with a kid at that teenage spot as far as engaging with them? I'm available for them to engage with me, and at this point, is the time to force relationship
nothing. Because at 18, they're not really kids.
open for them that when they have that time that they want to talk, be available. Which he said, dude,
and like Chuck said, 18 are not kids.
nah, nah. What are we talking about? 18 years old? Nah. And but she got four kids that are in teenage range too. So she said I got four kids.
Boy, she had a busy decade, boy. Sorry.
Her ex had four kids. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
His ex had four kids. So he still, I guess, takes them out, but it's a different. It may be a different bond. And I don't think she should destroy that bond, but she's allowed to ask questions about it because you are in a relationship and it's only a year and a half. Year and a half off and on is what puzzles me of how this man is in your home, living there, eating bowls of cereal and shit, working from home. Like a year and a half around your kids. On the,
Sound like Baby Boy. Sound like the movie Baby Boy.
Then it sounds like you.
What are you talking about?
Something like Ving Rhames' character worked from home instead of instead of fresh out.
I don't know what's going on. I don't listen. I don't know what you got going on, man. So what's our final advice in this situation? And the first question you asked is, am I exaggerating?
Probably. Maybe you're expecting too much.
Yeah, she's exaggerating. And she's not over the top. So bad, but it's true.
And I feel like once again, it's about because I feel like you get off. Are you guys really in a relationship?
Right. The next question is, what's his relationship with his ex's children? Lay the ball down and say you don't need to be asking me no questions about my business type situation. She needs to see if she can deal with it. If she can't deal with it, then he got to go.
No, I no, you're not. But when we're in a relationship, if they're in a relationship, talk about something.
Situation. I am saying that she accept that he has to understand. But you probably should get understanding because my man is doing this for job. Saying I'm working. You got going on, yo? Like, what is the deal? It's crazy. So, yeah, that's that letter. We're gonna take that trash and all that, throw that away. That letter. And what are you doing? Yeah, people have off and on. What?
Well, Chuck, you never gave your final.
I feel like that person is like expecting more out of the situation than there is. Like, he ain't there for the kids. He's there for you. Like, you know what I mean? He's not trying to really have a relationship
If I
or a family.
man, you in my house,
Yeah, because you let me be in your house.
huh?
Because you let me be in your house.
I didn't know you my mom did. After a year off and on.
But I mean, because the talking has been how much
She wants the
she
dad
has
they
a
never
kid.
had.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
team.
It's too late.
It's too late. That didn't happen. You should have got that from the dude
Charlie, what about your helmet?
because the dude that
Charlie, your helmet.
he
Don't
was
just throw it around.
about the kids and he left. Your kids are just
Isn't that Charlie's
in ex
helmet?
getting casual
Yeah.
conversation on my way to the
Well, it used to be. Then it changed to my. Then it changed to my.
But for me, I think I could build the bond if I'm like 18, 19 years old, still like cleaning the space for somebody else. Yeah. And you've been off so in them, you're probably thinking, you're not even permanent. Like, there's a place for it right now. You're not gonna take this. Facts. Like,
This ouch, what that is. This is what my mom does. With a foot on. That's my foot.
no.
So yeah, so we have we have to take another break, and I have another letter. I can read it if you guys would like. It's not as messy, but my man got some problems, and I'll go ahead and radio station. We're gonna see if we can help this brother out. Now, if you want to read it now, sure. I'll read it now.
No.
Say we'll
Uh,
see if we can help this brother out, and when we get back from this, let's see if we can help this brother out. He got
I might have to go because I do have to eat dinner. My bad.
Bye.
I'm on dad duty out here. My kids is out here. Like,
You
see,
tell me
yeah. They're out here riding bikes. I'm,
Go
I'm
tap.
on super dad mode.
Yeah, we heard the bells.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, you know, my suburban white life, baby.
Hey,
Okay, well,
all right,
thank you,
man.
Chuck.
Check this out, man. Girl, before we get too serious. All right, so hey, just y'all with us, man. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
What the hell is going on?
Like, all right, and we're done, Chuck. Thank you.
All right. Well, when we get back, we got one more letter, and yeah, we'll see if we can help this brother out.
All right, it's TDS Radio.
Not even chewing any chips, so I can read this letter the right way.
It's TDS Radio.
I'm struggling reading, Diggle, because people type the way they talk, so then it don't come out right. So I gotta try to read ahead and not sound like a 2 year old. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. Swear if y'all read the way these people type. Hey, we're back. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. It's your man, Coach Block, with SoFab Kim and our special guest from the crib, Kayla, aka Diggle. All right. So we have another letter, messy letter, because we usually do one, but today I feel like we're doing it. We're gonna do two. But we're gonna do two. What? So we're gonna slow down so that I don't sound like the dude from Simpsons. What's his name? Apple. Squishy Mark.
Quickie Mark.
Is it squishy or quickie?
Quickie Mark.
All right. This guy leaves no name. Once again, he wants to be anonymous. But letter reads, need help, please. I'm supposed to get married next year. My fiance recently informed me she will be keeping her maiden name, and I am kind of pissed. I tried to negotiate and see if she would at least hyphenate. She said no. I told her I feel like we aren't being one if we have to live with two different names. Plenty of people hyphenate names. She said plenty of women also keep their names, like Rita Wilson, Tom Hanks' wife. They've been married for 35 years. I told her I feel we should be in sync and have the same last name, since plenty of people do that as well. She then said, if that's the case, why don't I take her name? Plenty of people do that as well too. Why should she have to give, or why should she have to be the one that's changing her name and inconvenienced and go to all the lengths of changing her name, her social security card, her passport, her ID, just to please me, a man? But I'm going to be your husband, not just any old man. So why is it so bad to do this one thing for me and please me as your husband? That was the question. Then it says, hold on. Is he always going to run away from? I don't know why this says this, y'all, but just I'm go with the way it's written. Is he always going to run away from all our problems and leave me to handle it alone because she doesn't want to go through the hassle of dealing with it? I don't necessarily understand that question, but I'm going to keep reading. She said no because okay. Y'all, he's mad, so please stick with me. The question is he always going to run away from our problems and leave me to handle it alone because she doesn't want? Oh, she meant that's why. Okay, so we'll read it the right way. Is she always going to run away from all of our problems and leave me to handle it alone because she doesn't want to go through the hassle of dealing with it? Well, she said no because there isn't a problem and you're making one with this situation and forcing me to take a last name that I don't want. She says she loves her name and she doesn't want anything to do with it. I then asked her, well, how is adding my name to her name changing it? And isn't that the same? I guess he meant when she said take her name. Doesn't she want to be called Mrs. J? I won't say my last name. She said no. She wants to be called by her last name, Mrs. C. Going to the hassle of becoming Mrs. J won't be what makes one love another, is what he says. How we live and treat each other in this world is not based on our last name. I can make myself Mr. C, but I don't agree with that. It doesn't seem that I'm getting through to her. We've been going around in circles about this for weeks. I want to know what else I can do to get her to take my name because I'm very livid right now, to be honest. I'm even considering calling the whole wedding off and starting over. What can I do to convince my fiance to take my name after this situation? Now, sorry, took the mic away from me. I did give an answer to this brother in the group that these letters come from. I said, all right, bro, I'd call it off. Only because you feel so passionately about it. Because this will come up later if you guys don't resolve the situation now. Both of you have decided to take a definitive stance. Neither one of you are wrong. Personally, I don't feel like someone should start a marriage off if this means so much to you. You have to be ready to make a hard decision you have to be ready to make a hard decision of she is not the one for me if this is a deal breaker for you. No one should minimize how you feel, but nobody should minimize how she feels either. If no compromise can be reached, and that's your vision for your wife and the life that you would like to lead, then you know what you have to do here, my brother. over 300 people agreed, and majority of those people, and a man called me a sucker.
I said, Sim, delete this shit.
So, what do you guys think? Should you guys are both women? How do you feel about the last name and taking the last name?
I don't mind. I mean, okay, for example, my mom, she still has her name and it's hyphenated. So she appears her name as well as my dad's name.
Mm-hmm.
So she has no problem with it. I guess it was, no issue. But because she didn't have a brother, she did want to continue my grandfather's name. So that was important to both her as well as my older sister.
Uh,
So they both, ended up married. They both just had a name. So for me personally, I wouldn't see nothing with it.
would you completely change your name?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. It depends on how long the name is too.
Yes, you got
My
two middle
last
names.
name is like 7 letters, and then her maiden name is also 7 letters. So a lot of times I don't fit. So it depends.
So you would rather hyphenated than drop Braswell altogether?
What about you, Blocker? It's a long name.
I don't mind. I mean, because I'm already going into it that if I'm getting married, I'm dropping my last name anyway. So it's not a big deal.
You can't drop your last name. You can't. I have all girls. So if you have a boy, it has to have a hyphenated last name. Or it dies with us, my nigga. That's it. We're it.
I mean, hey, but how many names have died? So it's just like, but I'm not opposed to that. If I hyphenate it, sure. I mean, that'll be a really, really long name, but it is what it is. But it's not that big of a deal to me because going into marriage, I'm thinking I'm going to take this man's last name.
That's what
Or you can have another kid.
it dies with us, my nigga. Because it'll be my luck. And another girl.
Another
Man.
First try for me, a good boy.
I talk to myself because there is
Nickname him the Block.
talk to.
Oh, baby Block.
But I don't think it's that big of a deal. Why she's fighting that hard for it? I mean, maybe she has established herself, so it might be a sentimental thing.
He does not love you.
Or she just isn't into him like that. But then if that was the case, why did you accept that man's
Because
proposal?
some people just want to be married to say they married. Because there was women inside that comment section that said, "Brother, she don't love you because for the right man, I am dropping that."
Hello? Blocker who?
You can't. It'll die with us. Like that is such. And that I wish I was joking, but that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because all I have is girls. That's it. So it's a wrap.
Well, they can have their last names.
But then you would be expecting them to, if they have children, to that man would expect his son to have his last name, right? So then it dies. That's it.
Because I mean, okay, so then what if a guy comes to me and he's like, "Oh no, you can't hyphenate it."
If I'm still alive, hey brother, you gotta understand.
Yes. Let me interject myself.
Yeah, hey bro, you gotta understand. It's just on paper.
Just make the boy's first name.
Blocker?
It's different, but we got a lot of different names out here.
Yes.
Come on, Blocker Wells. Like,
What?
that's a strong name.
Do you understand the level that you can get this kid clowned with the first name Blocker?
Blocker West.
I don't know. I just think she's not that into you to change the name. But then there are some people that are so, we'll call it progressive, that they don't feel like that is, that they feel like that level of tradition is just outdated.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, if y'all love each other There's so many other things that you're going to be arguing about later on down the line, and you do not think about in my name. You don't. It only comes up when you have resentment because this is something that you really, really wanted, and then she'll do something. You didn't love me anyway. That's why you ain't got my last name. Or she'll say something. I ain't love you anyway. That's why I ain't take your last name. So that's why I got to be resolved before you go into the situation. But in the grand scheme of things, is it a big deal?
I was gonna say, is it a big deal for you if she was like, I'm not taking your last
Don't get me in trouble. I don't care. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't care. Because she is an individual, right? And this was like with my ex-wife. I did not make a big deal that she chose to hyphenate because her master's degree was Dana Townsend. Her all her business as far as being a teacher and certifications in her world of teaching, she is Dana Townsend.
name.
To go back and have to change all that is a process. That doesn't bother me. You're Dana Townsend. You built your name. That's who you are. So for me to be like, no, you better put block on the end of that.
What
What?
was that?
You better put block on the end of that. What type of Mister from the color purple shit is that? Like, who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Because I put it to you like this: if she was a celebrity and she said I can't change my name,
Right.
what you want to say? You want that paper to still come in, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the celebrities, that name is your brand, so you can't change. Like, what is Sierra's real last name?
What is her last name?
Exactly.
I just know I remember it as Princess.
That's right. Mhm.
But we don't know what her real last name is. But we know it's Wilson now because of Russell. But nobody knew what her last name was, and nobody cared.
It's just Sierra.
Right. And really, don't nobody care about Beyonce being called Beyonce Carter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about that. Like,
Harris. That's right.
Harris, that
Sierra
is
Harris.
that is very blah. I was expecting something different. Harris.
Sierra Princess Harris.
Oh man, that is real Wilkinsburg.
Shut
Sounds like we know somebody like that. Anyway, but it don't make a difference. It doesn't. But if he feels that way and he's that traditional, then you can't marry this woman because it'll come up in an argument later, and you guys won't be able to recover from it because you feel so passionately about it. But are you willing to drop this woman because she won't take your name?
Right.
So she checks all the boxes, and now you're like, but you won't take my name. Who cares, bro?
I was gonna say. I mean, because at the end of the day, that's still your wife. She's wearing a ring. You guys, went ahead and had a ceremony. You signed all the paperwork, all the stuff like that.
And
So,
if she cheats, she gonna cheat with your last name. All right. So what difference do it make? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause what difference does the last name specifically mean? She's wearing the ring. Now, if he said she didn't want to wear a wedding ring, now we got a problem.
right.
But if she's wearing the wedding ring and all that, somebody's gonna ask her, "Are you married?" Yes, I am. You know what I'm saying? There's not gonna be confusion because how often does anybody use your last name? Like anybody walk
Unless
around just
there's-
calling you Braswell?
Unless there's multiple colors.
Ain't nobody. I mean, people use mine because they just call me Block, but that's the football world. But outside of the football world, ain't nobody using my last name. How many times does anybody just call you Blocker?
I know one person. I don't really talk to her like that to hear it.
Who is that?
Our homegirl from high school, Shantae. She's the only one that would call me Block on blocks.
Oh well,
Yeah. She's the only one.
that's what I'm saying. So no, not too many people use your last name like that to where you should care. I mean, what do you want to put it on something? Because like even if you said you want to put it on the house, you can put it on the house. You can put it on cars and all that. And it could be that way on paperwork if that makes a big deal. But like, what is it?
Do you think
Is she
somebody
in it?
was in her ear?
I think he's young. This is a young dude, probably, and 40 plus. You don't give a shit. You don't like. You don't give a shit about something so trivial, man. Like you got bills that you got to pay, and y'all trying to win and do goals, and you don't sit there like, you ain't got no last name.
I'm not gonna take
Yeah. Like what type of what? That's the only thought you can come up with. Think about this whole letter. That's the only thing he got to complain about his woman.
That is true. He hasn't said anything else about like, oh, she's this, that, and the third. It's just like, oh, she just won't take my last name.
Right. Who cares? That's all right.
Yeah.
So the help that I'm giving you is, brother, if you cannot get past it, then and y'all can't compromise, then think about the fact that this may come up later. And it'll be a problem then. But all in all, it's not a big deal. Don't stress yourself out. Pick your battles.
Yeah.
Pick your battles. Because even at the wedding, they can still say Mr. and Mrs. such and such. Who cares? And that's it. Unless she pulls what my girl did on the other dude about the obey, and we ain't talk about that. That was terrible. At the wedding, you gonna do me like this? To honor and obey. To honor, and we ain't talk about obey. Anyway, sorry, ramble.
Mm-hmm.
So what's y'all final say to my brother?
Once again, y'all gotta talk. And if you can't get past it, then look, go your separate ways. If it means that much to you, you're willing to throw away the relationship based off of that.
like you said, I think it's very trivial. And either, have a discussion, talk about it, change it, or don't, and move on.
There it is. Appreciate you, Braswell. You see how lame that was? For anybody that knows that that's her last name, that's how trivial that shit is. To even call somebody by their last name. So when we get back, we got some more Talk That Stuff Tuesday, and we are about to take a break, and we'll be back in a moment. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture.
Yo, yo. Am I coming through the speakers?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Am I coming through the speakers?
Yeah, you're coming to the speaker.
So then that solves our problem to hear people. Just take that cord and plug it directly into the speaker. Because say something.
Yellow.
Yep, I can hear you just fine. All right, there's our problem solved.
It's TDS Radio, and we are back. Yes. And getting ready to wrap up because it's almost the 8 o'clock hour. We've spent almost close to 2 hours with you guys on this Talk That Stuff Tuesday. And we've done a lot of talking about stuff.
Go to our website
Yeah.
and listen to our stuff.
Yeah. And it's easy. It's just tdsradio.com.
Hey, even though I found out that there's a TDS radio. You see how we was tagged in TDS radio over in like Argentina somewhere? I know they suckers. It was all in Spanish. I can't read this. Why is he so angry? I can't read
Super
this.
loud gulps.
I needed to wet my whistle. I'm parched. You know, it be hot out there with them kids. They share them water bottles. And I just, every time I look at them, I just be thinking, like, COVID. It's just gross. Like, when I think about how much water I shared and water bottles I shared prior to COVID, now I'm just like, I'm just. The kind you can just squeeze and just drink, But when I see it, just this kid sneezed today, right? Let's talk that stuff Tuesday. This kid sneezed today, and it just because it won't get to, and it just we just seen it go. I said, "Damn, man! I seen every germ come out your damn mouth." Because he didn't cover his mouth.
Ew.
And he's standing like behind the team. And I just seen, and you see everything just project out. I said, damn, man, I seen every germ come out your mouth. Then today, I was sitting next to Coach Lou. Coach Lou, I'm telling this story. Sitting next to Coach Lou, my desk in the office is next to Lou. And Lou goes, and it like bounced off the screen of his tablet and jumped over and hit me in the ear. I said, damn, bro. Like the whole room had to laugh because it was like instant. I'm like, what the fuck? And it just like, it's like, I said, man, did you, because his head went down. So I'm like, okay, then it like hit off of his screen and then went over and hit me all in the ear. I said, damn, my bad. But damn, just how loosey goosey now are we about germs when we was just all on lockdown not too long ago?
Yeah, no, I still need y'all to keep that same energy a couple more times. That's not cute.
No, it ain't. Them people, when I went to go eat, I go to the bathroom to wash my hands before I sit down. Dude's in the bathroom. Dude peed, flushed, and walked out the bathroom. I see him sitting there talking with another dude, showing his phone. Then dude grabbed his phone, and then he's like scrolling, looking at the picture, and I'm thinking, oh, that was the penis hand. He just had his hand on the penis.
Gross.
And did not wash it. Now think about that. Now you're gonna grab that phone back, scroll, stick it to your ear. So now I'm not gonna let anybody touch my phone. Because I seen that. You don't think about it till you see it. This man peeing, flushing. So now anybody else who peed and flushed has touched that. Then you walk past the sink, out the door.
Not to mention touching the door, touching the surface of the table.
Touch the door, touch the table,
phone to your hand.
the glass that he was drinking out of,
No, he was
penis, the utensils. He done spread his penis and his ball sweat everywhere.
Gross. But I mean, it makes me think about when 2020 did that whole expose about these buffets. That's when, what is it, Ponderosa and Old Country Buffet were a thing.
Ponderosa was it though.
It was delicious. However,
Why
That
does
chicken.
Ponderosa have black people in the treat for? Am I the only person that was like, no, I'm good?
no, the chicken wings were so
You didn't eat
good.
Ponderosa?
I will have. I'll admit, it was not my favorite. I was more of an Old Country Buffet.
Old Country Buffet was good too. But
They
I
taste
think,
like hospital food.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think depending on which one you went to, it wasn't that good.
Didn't have no salt or nothing. Our grandfather always wanted to go there. It's your birthday. Let's go to Old Country Buffet. Old Country Buffet.
Nah, Ponderosa's wings were
Their
always
wings were
hitting.
good.
Our
but
grandma
other
used to
than that,
lace her purse with aluminum foil so she could steal Ponderosa wings.
chicken wings.
But when you
And
think
then
about
she-
places like that in Golden Corral, they said that there is a astronomical amount of feces on the handles of the serving, utensils, and
Then
that's
she would make us go get it for her. Remember that?
yes.
Go get me a plate of wings. I don't want you to steal wings. Shut up and get me some wings.
And all of those have feces on it, and we were eating it.
We were eating.
Think about the ice cream machine.
Ew. Those open gummy bears.
We had kids that were sneezing, and you would think our immune systems would be better than what they are.
Couldn't tell us nothing about Ponderosa though. Plenty of birthdays happened in there. Reserved
And a
tables.
sheet cake from Johnny.
Not a sheet cake.
A sheet cake from Johnny.
Single layered.
Mm.
Yeah. Buttercream icing.
It's the only
Congratulations.
one.
You
Between
did it.
that and Chuck E. Cheese, every picture.
Ponderosa. Wow. Are they completely out of business?
Oh yeah.
There's no Ponderosas left anywhere? Oh man, that was great.
But their chicken was
Hosses. Remember
Oh.
Hosses?
Yes. I liked Hosses.
I didn't like steak, so I wasn't a big fan of Hosses.
You know what? I never got their steak, but I would always get their clams and shrimp.
The one in Penn Hills?
Yup.
white girl. Yeah.
Hosses is hospitality. I heard Eaton Park is mad disgusting.
Eaton Park is straight
They
trash.
don't have the
Oh my
cookies
God.
made in house. Like
What?
They don't make the cookies no more.
I never liked the cookies.
What?
Y'all can keep them cookies.
They were delicious, especially when they were warm.
No.
Man, there was nothing like a smiley face cookie.
I never liked those cookies.
For anybody who may be watching, that's
So-
Pittsburgh talk.
As of October 2022, only 17 Ponderosa locations remain open. 17.
Where?
I was gonna say, where's the location?
I don't know.
I wonder if they're all you can eat.
But the crazy thing is, in 1989, there were over 700 locations. And in 2003, there was over 400.
Word.
And then now it went down to 17, which is probably less, being as though we're coming up on a year.
That's probably the last time I went in 2003.
When did I graduate? Because there's probably Ponderosa
Oh,
somewhere in there.
They're only in Indianapolis and Ohio. There's one in Columbus.
It fits in Ohio. Ohio is the Shelbyville of Pittsburgh. I said it. Everything in Ohio is just, it looks like it belongs in Ohio. Cincinnati is trash. Ohio, Cleveland is trash. What is the other one? Columbus. Oh, Columbus looks like it should be in West Virginia.
Akron, Ohio.
Trash.
Sandusky.
Yeah.
Only thing it got is Cedar
Cedar
Point.
Point.
Trash. That like Ohio is just trash. I mean Pennsylvania is no better because you got Pittsburgh, farmlands, Harrisburg, and then Philadelphia. And that's it. Ain't nobody trying to go to Meadville.
The Poconos in Pennsylvania? No. Yeah. I've never been to the Poconos.
Erie. Who wants to go to Erie?
No
You know that's
way.
an argument right now.
What is?
What is Pittsburgh? Because it's not, people in the East say it's not East, and people in the Midwest say it's not Midwest. Like, what is Pittsburgh? And that's a very good argument because we are technically closer to Ohio than we are the rest of that. So, but we're not, we're nothing. Now, they said because of the mountains, we could be considered like Appalachian mountain folk, all that stuff. But between the left and the right, which side do we belong to? Because Philly don't claim us,
No.
and we don't claim them.
No.
And we don't claim New York, and it's literally right above us. Like, it ain't like we be like, yo, New York. Now, Philly do that, but we don't. And then we don't claim Erie. And Erie's right there next to Canada, eh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're closer to Cleveland than we are all that.
Yes.
But then we don't even like Cleveland.
No.
So what are we?
We don't know. Just the nothings from nowhere.
Do y'all eat French fries with gravy?
Yes.
You know, I said that here, and people were looking at me like I said I spit on my food like a fly and eat it.
Do they call it poutine? Isn't that what it's
Yeah, that's what it's, but they don't do that here.
called? It's serving in Texas.
Yeah. You don't
It's
do that,
delicious.
Kayla?
No, my dad was just telling me about that. He was like, "You ain't put gravy on your fries." I was like,
I can't even want girl, and that was
That
They
shit
had
is
that?
delicious.
"No, it was just cheese fries for me, please."
well, girl, I would get that good gravy and be just.
You know what? I think I do remember you getting the gravy one time. And I was like,
It's like mashed potatoes with fries.
I know. I don't know. Just give me.
That's
the-
why people look at me and they're like, "What is that?" It's fries with gravy. Do
Delicious.
you eat pierogies,
Yes.
fried or baked?
I'm sorry. I went
Mhm.
I eat them fried
and
too.
everybody in Pittsburgh is slapping.
Right, I eat them fried
They have to. Be
They
fried.
gotta be fried.
like a big ass French fry.
Mhm. Now I've had them boiled, but I
That was
still
good.
no.
Nah, they're not.
It's just when it's hot.
That
What?
inside, and then it burn going down the back of your throat. You trying to play it off like it ain't do that. That damn grease mixed with that potato, that mashed potato in there, because you know one pop, that grease thing. Ooh, and you take that bite. What are we talking about?
We just got lost.
In our own little Pittsburgh talk, that's enough.
You know what? Blame me, because I was like, why does Ponderosa have people in church?
Yes. Ponderosa was good.
We need to do a survey. Because where else was it? Well, you said 700 locations,
There was
so,
in 1989. There was 700 locations.
so somebody was eating it.
Yeah.
We used to always go to the one in
Yep. right across the street from the porn store.
Yeah, it sure
Yeah.
was.
So weirdos is not weirdos. 'Cause I don't want to get canceled. So people walking in getting their porn. We're over here like birthday, la la. Right across the street, people in there in the booths like, ugh. Birthdays, la la la.
Pass me another slice of cake.
Sheet cake from Giant Eagle with an S. Giant Eagles.
Make sure you say that ass.
Are Advantage cards still a thing back home?
Yes, they are.
When I was up there, I got one.
For
I
real?
need my discount. Oh,
Yes.
Man, Advantage cards. No, Pittsburgh, the gloomy place. We got a kid from Philly, and what's today? Today's Tuesday. So last week, I think it was Thursday or Friday, it rained. He was like, "Yeah, this is what I'm used to," because it was just cloudy and rainy. But in the heat, my man be about to die. He be out there.
Got to get used
I
to
said,
it.
"You can't breathe." Huh? He was like, "Nah, man, this is crazy. They be running in this shit." Yeah. And it was rainy and cloudy. He was like, "This is what I'm used to." Yeah. My man's lungs was on fire. I'm like, "Yo, you about to pay some? They running this shit?" Yep. Squeak. Keep going.
Well, let's wrap this up.
Yeah, I don't know where we were going with this. This is just banter now.
It is, we appreciate you guys for watching when you were watching, because now it's just us.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I guess when we
Okay.
guess when we said bye, niggas was like, bye.
Right.
Like, no, we want to keep talking.
Ponderosa.
And old stories.
Giant Eagle in heels. Okay.
Giant Eagles with an S.
Yes, don't forget the S.
Giant Eagles.
Eagles.
An S there.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until later. I was like,
Giant
oh,
Eagles. Yeah, it's terrible. Not hearing us until you leave is like, oh. Going back now, I'm like, oh.
But, I mean, yeah, whenever I hear Kenny on the phone, I was like, yeah, that's really how we sound.
I don't know. I guess because I'm here. I don't hear it.
Oh, it's bad. Them O's.
Yeah.
Them O's.
And it took not going home for some time and coming back where I was like, we do have an accent.
We have an accent. I used to argue, we ain't got no
We ain't got no
accent. People are like,
accent.
yes, you do. I'm like, no, we
I
don't.
don't know. I
There
mean,
you go.
There it is. You just said it.
no.
Yeah.
No, don't make it sound like they're from somewhere else.
Them O's.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it sounds wild. Because it's not like anybody else.
No.
So that's what makes it crazy, because it's literally our own dialect. I met a coach from Pittsburgh by accident when we were at a passing tournament. And I heard, man, Yin's guys ain't getting it done. Yin's guys.
So see, for me, that's when I'm like, oh, you got a real Pittsburgh accent. Like when I hear people who are from the South Side or just that area, that part of Pittsburgh,
Yin's
I'm like,
guys.
yeah. But me,
That
I don't
coach.
know accent.
What he
No,
said.
I can hear it, especially like when you are like getting into the conversation, it comes out. It's not as heavy as when I hear Kenny. I definitely hear it when I hear him. When I hear him talk, I'm like, yo, that's really how he sounds.
Yeah, it sounds wild.
You just like that's my
And especially, oh, Keita.
Who?
She used to be our nail tech.
Oh,
But yeah, you can definitely hear it with her. I'm like, okay.
yeah. Funky Pittsburgh accent. Yeah. That's that Rankin accent.
That's enough. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for those who feel
That's
offended.
that Rankin. That's that Millwater accent over there in Millvale. Like where's under a bridge? You're like, don't act like I'm the only one. You ride through Rankin, you're like, click. Well, it used to be. It ain't like that no more.
Oh, really?
Click. No, Rankin ain't like that no more, right? It's called East Side Pittsburgh or something now.
Shut the hell up.
All over there where the Rankin Projects is at.
Yeah, they
those are
did get rid
gone.
of those.
Are you
But,
serious?
yeah, their houses now.
Yeah.
Like it's still gonna be like.
It's called East End something, but you
For
know
right
how
now.
Rankin used to be. Like those were like the people under the bridge where you're like, you might see a hand from the mill water on their head.
Okay. Goodbye, y'all. It's TDS Radio. Thank you for
Don't
tuning
go
in.
to the bottom of the hill. Ew.